What's going on, y'all? I've got some really cool buffs, changes, and reworks to Hisuian Lilligant that I would love to cover, so stay tuned for that. But before I get into explaining the ability choices, the moves, and most importantly the moves, and little stat tweaks and all that crap, I highly recommend you pause the video and give the description a read. It's got bullet points that'll explain the basics about the ROM hack if you're new here. Also, shout out to you. I appreciate you clicking on the video if you are new here. And yeah, make sure y'all, drop a like, sub, drop a comment, all that good stuff. It really helps with the algorithm and helps support all the effort I put into my ROM hacks. So, yeah. The last thing I will say for intro stuff is to make sure you read the move sheet when you're done with this video. Click on the links down below in the description. You've got the Google Sheet, and then most importantly, you've got this move guide where I document and organize every single move in the game into categories so for your ease of understanding, so you can grasp all the changes a lot easier. It's a lot more simple this way. So yeah, make sure you give that a look because the moves are the entire foundation of how the game works. And obviously, for some exclusive moves or signatures, I'll list them here most of the time, but widespread moves are all going to be listed on the Google Sheet, the move guide here. So with all that being said, Hisuian Lilligant keeps Hustle and Solar Rush. Chlorophyll was reworked into an ability called Solar Rush purely so I can give it to fire types and other Pokemon, because obviously Chlorophyll only makes sense for plant Pokemon. Um, and then I've got Hustle, which has been reworked. It's been reworked in a bunch of ways, which I'll cover in just a second. And then I also give it Grassy Surge, which is also really good in its own right. It works with Grassy Glide. It works with giving you residual healing, team support, boosting your grass moves without having to run a wide lens or Trop Kick specifically. For example, like Grassy Surge, Frenzy Plant. I'll cover that more in a bit, but yeah, Hustle's great because tons and tons of new moves have been reworked to not miss anymore, and then the moves that can miss won't miss with a wide lens, except for stuff like high jump kick and triple axle and megaton kick. Moves that can already miss will still miss if you run the buffed wide lens plus hustle. That's just how math works, right? But yeah, wide lens gives a 25% boost, so essentially hustle decreases by 20%, right? So you run hustle, say hustle, I don't know, hustle frenzy plan or whatever. That is gonna be 80% accurate. 80 times 1.25 is 100. So that's why I buffed Hustle, I buffed Wide Lens to the extent that I did. It's just to make Hustle even better. So Hustle's typically only given to faster Pokemon like this, so that way they can still abuse Wide Lens once in a while. Although in Lilligant's case, I've actually just given it a lot of cool exclusive Hustle options, so you don't even have to bother with the Wide Lens sometimes because you have so many moves that don't miss in their own right. So you've got Drop Kick and Triple Kick, which are both really strong stab moves that don't miss, and are both really cool with the whole synergy of. Did the music pause? No, it's just went quiet for some reason. All right. So what a shitty loop. Lost my train of thought. Hustle. Oh yeah, Drop Kick and Triple Kick. So yeah, Drop Kick and Triple Kick fits with the whole kicking theme. Also, I guess some people might be curious why I give Blaze Kick. It's a big reach. It's a huge reach, but I really wanted them to have a fire move guaranteed that works in Solar Rush because you're not guaranteed Terra Fire, right, for Terra Blast. And I don't know, I just want to encourage the use of Solar Rush because it's a cool ability, and I feel like the other two, like Grassy Surge already gives you Priority Grassy Glide, and then Hustle already encourages stuff like Priority Seed Shot, Aerial Ace, Befuddle, First Impression, etc. So Solaris just becomes kind of niche, so it's cool to encourage it even more with that Blaze Kick for that sun boosted, uh, you know, Solar Rush Blaze Kick. So that's pretty cool. And again, their whole thing is kicking, which is why I thought of it. That's why they get triple axle normally. That's why I gave them like this exclusive trap kick and triple kick, both of which are 135 power with hustle essentially. So instead of doing the base power of the moves, I'll actually give you the attack stat comparison. So base 110 attack is already strong, obviously, but with hustle, it becomes up to base. Uh, Damn, I was right on the money. What base 161? Yeah, base 160, 161 attack, roughly, is what your Lilligant essentially has with hustle. It's very, 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 very strong. So, oh wait, I lied. This is with this is with a plus nature. It's gonna be even more. I lied. I'm not right on the money. I messed up here. Wait, no, I was. Okay, no, I just went too high. Okay, more like 180, yeah, 181 base attack equivalent is what your Lilligant has with Hustle. Very, very, very strong. Of course, the downside is it only works with certain moves. Like, for example, Grassy Surge Frenzy Plant is much, much, much stronger than Hustle Trap Kick, but the benefit of Trap Kick is you can run it with like a Choice Scarf. Not to mention Trap Kick also drops offensive stats, so it's a cool little utility option. Meanwhile, Frenzy Plant is just a nuke move, right? It's essentially physical Draco Meteor. It's physical Leaf Storm. Physical Leaf Storm. That's what Frenzy Plant is now. So 140 power, very, very strong. Can't miss. Obviously, you can miss with Hustle, but when I say can't miss, I mean it's 100% accurate. Um, Hustle also works with moves like U-turn, First Impression, Acrobatic, Stomping Tantrum, Lunge. So Terra Bug would be kind of dope because you've got First Impression, Lunge, and U-turn right there. And then you've got, yeah, your Priority and Befuddle and Seed Shot. Befuddle is like Fairy type Shadow Sneak, so that's pretty cool. Aerial Ace is there too. So yeah, very solid hustle move pool. You know, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, 10 over a little bit over 10 moves. And then of course for the moves that can miss, you can always run that wide lens. So you can even do like Trailblaze, hustle wide lens, for example, right? All types of fun ways you can try to take advantage of it. You also got like, you know, some Solar Rush stuff you could do with like wide lens. Sorry, with loaded dice. You could do like Solar Rush, loaded dice, Bullet Seed plus Pummel plus Wallop. That could be kind of a cool little thing you could try out. Excuse me. Yeah, Grassy Surge, Grassy Glide is very good. Grassy Surge Frenzy Plan is good. Grassy Surge is good for team support. Grassy Surge is also good because it overrides other terrain, right? So if there's a boss fight that's really scary that's abusing like Psychic Surge or Electric Surge, you can swap. Why is this loop so shit? There's like a minute of silence. Wild, man. Anyway, yeah, you can. Now I lost my train of thought again, bro. You can basically take advantage of Grassy Surge, yeah, because it overrides other terrain and has other utility. Also, it activates Weather Wall, sorry, Terrain Pulse, which every Pokemon in the game, every special attacker at least in the game gets access to Terrain Pulse now via TM, so you can, um, you know, you can run that to give any of your mons like 100 base power, or technically 130 base power grass move, because it's terrain boosted as well. So that's pretty sick. Also, I didn't show Lilligant yet, regular Lilligant, but if you pause the video and look on screen right now, this is what regular Lilligant's changes are, and I have a whole video going over those, so check that video out after you've watched this one. Man, I love this theme, it's such a good theme. Okay. They've also got boosting options, same boosting options that normal Lilligant has. So they got Teeter Dance, which confuses you but gives you +1 to all your stats now. So you have to hold up Person Berry, but it's a very cool little move. You know, +1 all your stats. It makes you very fast, very strong, very tanky. In exchange for your item slot. So you become really fast and you can run all sorts of things. The downside is you can't run like a lot of your stronger coverage moves with that because, I mean, not that you would need them that often, but you know, you can't run like Megaton Kick or Triple Axle with it because those two require a wide lens or an accuracy boost of some kind. Like Solar Rush plus wide lens is pretty good because then you can go for things like Triple Axle and Megaton Kick more reliably. Solar Blade is obviously very strong with Solar Rush as well, on top of like that Blaze Kick. Victory Dance is even later in the game. That's at the very end of the game. The last maybe 9 or so boss fights out of the 50 in the game. So the last like 20% of the game, you can use Victory Dance for. Yeah, and that's how that is. You know, it's just a solid setup move, gives you speed, all that good stuff. Yeah, this thing can also be used somewhat defensively, not as much as normal Lilligant, because normal Lilligant is bulkier on the special side. But, you know, 70, 75, 90 is not bad bulk. It can still abuse things like Leech Seed and the occasional heal move once in a while. It's just not nearly as, or like Drop Kick, for example, dropping offensive stats can be a good little utility option. Also, Growth early on encourages the use of Solar Rush early because, why does the music do this? Okay, it started again. Skipping ahead more though, it's like silent for like the first minute. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. Really, it's pretty straightforward. Other than that, you know, the triple kick is very strong. It's 90 power overall, so with hustle, it can't miss, and it breaks focus sashes for free. So that's really, really strong. You know, Scarf, Hustle, Triple Kick goes crazy. Or obviously, if it's a slower Pokemon, you can slap on another item or utility item, whatever. The sky is the limit. You have tons of flexibility with all your Pokemon at all times. So that's the kind of the nature. I haven't mentioned this somehow, even though I'm 9 minutes in. If you are new here and you don't notice already, all Pokemon are intended to be switching between their abilities all the time. But I also have that written in the description, so I'm not going to waste my time explaining it. Yeah, no, I think I've got pretty much everything covered, man. Is there anything else I'm missing? I really don't think so, man. Yeah, straightforward changes. Again, watch the normal Lilligant video if you're curious about that. But yeah, that's Hisuian Lilligant for you. Thank you for listening. If you made it all the way to the end, I guess I can cover the flavor of Grassy Surge, but like it's pretty obvious. It just makes sense, you know. It's like a little. I mean, it makes more sense on normal Lilligant if we're being real, but I have to keep them. Okay, so another big problem I had is figuring out the ability slots for all of the Grass Fairy and especially the Grass Fighting types. Because all the grass fighting types were like physical or mixed, and it was like a pain in the ass to figure out. All the grass fighting types, for the most part, were all physical or mixed. So it was difficult to plan out ability slots that made sense, that didn't overlap with one another, and that were all worthwhile using over one another. For example, like Grassy Surge has use over Hustle, Hustle has use over Solar Rush, Solar Rush has use over Grassy Surge, and so on. Like they all have their own use cases. So That was definitely pretty difficult to do. So that's another reason I chose Grassy Surge. And then I have another Grass Fairy type planned to have Grassy Surge, which is why Lilligant doesn't have it. Not that it's like worse off. I mean, Lilligant's immune to priority. Lilligant is bulkier. Lilligant has Serene Grace, Revelation Dance for the guaranteed special attack boost. It can do like Choice Scarf setup stuff. It's definitely very, very, very strong in its own right. It's really up to you which of the two you prefer to use. Which one do you like better? Which one is a cooler design to you? Which one seems more fun to you? Which one um, complements your team's typings better if that matters to you, that type of thing. So yeah. Thanks for listening. Shout out to you if you made it to the end. Make sure you drop a comment, leave a like, all that good stuff. It helps with the algorithm. Jesus, I am so tired of book recording. Okay, yeah. Thanks for making it to the end. I really do appreciate it, guys. Peace, y'all.